How's it going, guys? Cameron here, the Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Couple of things to talk about here today. The first thing is I finished The Quarry for the Xbox One slash Series console. Lots to say on this one. I'm not going to talk about it too much here. Well, I'm not going to talk about it at all. But yeah, we'll get to it. It's just I got some video that I've captured from my gameplay, and I like to put it all together and make a nice video for you guys. So be on the lookout for that over the next couple of days. So I got the next week off, so probably not tomorrow, but maybe the day after. I got a few things going on at the moment. I got a vehicle that I'm putting on the road tomorrow, taking another one off. Got a few things on the go. So the next thing I want to talk about here is I went to the flea market today. I haven't been there in quite a while. And the guy that has kind of like a retro gaming booth, I've known the guy for many years. I actually worked with the guy at one point. I don't know him personally, but he recognizes me, obviously. And I've been going to his booth for a number of years. I only go there once in a blue moon. And I went there today, not really specifically looking for anything. I had PS1 on the brain. That's my goal for 2024, is to try to shore up my PS1 collection, which I have here. I have a whole row right here, and I'd like to fill up this part of the shelving unit as well. So I went over, checked out the games. He actually had Dead Space, the remake for the Xbox Series console. It was $30, which is a pretty good price, but I don't need that. I already have Dead Space for the 360. I'm happy with that version of it. Again, getting off topic here. Took a look at the PS1 games. He had Heart of Darkness, which was from the creator of Out of This World. And Heart of Darkness is a PS1 game. It kind of has a claymation sort of aesthetic to it. It's always interested me. It's a 2-disc game, and he had it in his jewel case, not the case that the games come in, like, how should I say it, a jewelry case where the more expensive games were in the case. And I asked him how much Heart of Darkness was, and he pulled it out, and he opened up the jewel case. You know how the dual cases for the PS1 titles are very, how should I say it, delicate. He opened it up, and one of the discs slid out, and it slid between the front part of the jewel case, where you open it up there, the opening part, and the spine. I'm like, oh god. And it was missing the back sleeve in the jewel case. I'm like, he wanted $30 for it, which is a pretty good price, but I'm like, yeah, I'll hold off on that. But that's one that's on my list of PS1 games. But anyways, I did find this Tomb Raider 2 for the PlayStation. And he's asking 18. I didn't try to bargain him at all. I'm not like that. And he's like, yeah, just give me 15. So he gave me a deal, because again, I know the guy. So I got it for $15. Really cool to have the original art layers back. You can see, love these old PS1 games. This one's in really good shape, obviously, right? And Eidos hint line. So I just wanted to just quickly talk about it. We've talked about it before, but man, aren't PS1 jewel cases just sexy as all hell? Aren't they? A nice, crispy, minty jewel case. This is an original jewel case too, I can tell, because the plastic is starting to go a little bit yellow. But man, these things are nice. And it's funny too, because had you asked me that years ago, I wouldn't have necessarily thought that. I always thought the long boxed PS1 games were really cool looking, but these days not so much. It's more about the jewel cases. And I'm not even really a big fan of jewel cases for any other video game console. But for the PS1, I don't know what it is, but it's got this almost like a fake long box sort of spine insert in the jewel case, as you can see here. But man, it's nice having a bunch of PS1 jewel cases up on the shelf. They're just something about it. They're so nice looking. And I know they break easily. I get it. My God. Something about those PS1 jewel cases, isn't there? It's crazy. Yeah. Nothing looks quite as nice as a bunch of PS1 jewel cases on a shelf, let me tell you. Just sexy as all hell. I don't know what it is. I don't get the same vibes with PS2 cases, PS3, 360, obviously the modern games. It's just not the same. There's something about the PS1 jewel case. I don't know what it is. I love them. So, Tomb Raider 2, starring Lara Croft, arguably the best in the series. Some might say the third one, maybe the first one. I've never played Tomb Raider 2. Obviously, the remasters, excuse me, are coming out in a couple of days. I'm not too excited for that. AI generated texture upscaling and all the rest of it. We'll see how that pans out. But I'm more interested in picking up Tomb Raider 2, maybe the third and fourth one if I could find it for the PS1, and the first one, and have these jewel cases up on the shelf and to be able to play this on my PS2 with an original PlayStation controller. That piques my interest. I'm not too crazy about playing these old Tomb Raider games, upscaled 4K resolution, 16:9 on a modern TV. It doesn't really pique my interest. But playing these games on an older TV, I'm looking at my JVC here, that interests me. So, you may want to pick up these Tomb Raider games before they shoot up in value, depending on how these the remastered collection pans out. I've got Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remastered vibes, if I'm being honest with you. But this video wasn't really to talk about Tomb Raider so much as it was to, again, talk about how amazing a nice crispy PS1 jewel case is that's not cracked and is in mint condition. You could obviously get a jewel case from a CD and you could swap out the artwork from the CD with the PS1 game. You could always do that as well, right? I've got plenty of jewel cases lying around, but man, the kit and caboodle, oh my God. Yeah, pretty awesome. I wasn't even really, I was thinking about picking up a couple of Tomb Raider games to flesh out my PS1 collection, but I didn't really have that on the brain when I went there today. I was just going there to look to see what he had. And I looked through what he had for Genesis games and, Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance is like, again, a conversation for another day, but man, the games that are good on the Game Boy Advance are really good. But man, let me tell you, there's a lot of crap on the Game Boy Advance. There's a way better catalog of games on the original Game Boy. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to touch base with you guys. Super Bowl Sunday. I don't give a fuck about football. I wanted to put out a video to maybe entertain a few of you guys and gals out there that have nothing going on and you're not watching the football game and you're looking for some fresh YouTube content. I've been MIA for a couple of days, but it's because I've been trying to complete the Quarry. So now that that's done, that'll be the next video. And I am not quite sure what I am going to play next. I really do want to get back to Starfield. I know I keep saying that. I did put on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. I wasn't too crazy on it. Maybe we can talk about that in another video. I got a lot of games here to get caught up on, so I do not know what I will be playing next. I will let you guys know probably on my community tab whenever I pick out another game to play. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video. What are your thoughts on PS1 jewel cases? Are they sexy as all hell, sex appeal, or not so much? You don't like them because they have a tendency to break. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever thought about swapping out some of your PS1 jewel cases for colored or transparent colored jewel cases. Did you guys know that was a thing? I'm thinking about getting red plastic cases for my PS3 collection. I thought about doing that, or for my PS4 collection. So anyways, that's it for me. A short video here. Cut it off just under the 11-minute mark. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks so much for watching. People are wonderful and beautiful. You take care.